globally, we're seeing a decline in insect populations, and that also happens in the cities. Robbed!
So why do we need to worry about the interface between insects and plants and growth?
Cities are one of the fastest growing habitats on the planet. They're only about maybe 3% of the Earth's surface, but more than half of the people live in them. So they are the ecosystem that, affects our daily lives, affects our health. It matters, how well those plants are doing, and their interactions with insects have a big part in the health of the plants that are, making up this ecosystem that surrounds us every day. Ooh! And one of the things that we've been studying is how urban warming affects insects in cities and plant-insect interactions, and every species kind of has its own thermal preferences. So there's winners and losers. There are some species that like it hot in the city and become more abundant. There are others that just can't take it and sort of move out.
What does that do?
That is a soak sled extractor, which we use to extract fat from bee butts to find out how...
Bee butts?
Right.
Okay.
From their abdomens. To find out how sort of healthy and robust they are. If they're comfortable in the city, we would expect them to have lots of fat. If they're not doing so well, they might be kind of skinny.
So how do you determine whether a bee or insects are doing well? Is it just the fat extraction, or what do you do?
There's a few ways. The fat extraction is part of it, but we also just go out to different parts of the city and count insects. Like for the bees, we went out to 18 or 20 different sites around Raleigh, parks, people's yards, and you collect them by netting them, by trapping them, so you can see how many of each different species are actually living in a particular place. And so the ones that are doing well, their populations might increase in the most urban areas. The ones that are less tolerant, their populations would decline in the most urban areas. And then we would expect those to also be the ones that are maybe skinny. These are all bees. There's about 500 species plus of bees in North Carolina. But in general, you can count on everybody in here, moving some pollen around as they fly from flower to flower. Because things like your cucumbers, your tomatoes, need bees to visit them to get pollinated, to make fruit. For the populations that are declining, once you understand why, then maybe you can make things better for them. What are the conditions, the amount of flowers, the amount of nesting resources that are in the places where the bees are thriving, so that you can make more parts of the city like that.
The ultimate goal of your research is to advise urban planners, city engineers.
And even homeowners. There are things people can do, like on the scale of their own yard or a city block, that make a big difference.